Hey guys, it's Ren from Make It by Ren, and if you want to see my Pirouette Professional makeup brush review and giveaway, stay tuned for more. Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video, and today is a review and giveaway of a new brush set that I've been testing out for the last couple of weeks. So it's going to be a giveaway, so stay tuned till the end and you might be able to win a set of makeup brushes. So I got contacted by this company a little while ago in October, and they wanted me to review their brushes, and I do get a lot of requests for brush companies, and usually I had to take a look at the website to make sure that it's something I want to review, and it looked like they had really nice brushes, so I gave it a go. You might recognize these brushes from my Avita Smoky Jewel Eyes tutorial where I use them, and here they are all right here. So I'm going to go through the brushes, give you my thoughts, and yeah. I will have all the information about the site and all that on my website, on my blog, makeitbyrenren.com. So first off, you get the brush roll, and I got sent the let's see, this was the professional set, I believe. So I will have again, I'll have all that stuff on my blog, but it's actually it's just like a typical black brush roll with ties, and it's actually really big and it's nice. It's like this faux leather, and then you get like this side for brushes. You can put brushes in here, and then in the middle you can fit, like, it's like mesh, but you can fit whatever, more brushes or makeup. And then you get another side right here, so that fits more brushes. And it's not like super thick, it's a little bit on the thin side, but it works. So and I pretty much don't really use brush rolls all that much. I usually just stick them either in my brush apron, or I'll put them in like cups or something. But it's good to have if you're traveling or storing brushes. So let's go ahead and look at the brushes. Some of them are dirty because I used them on my makeup today, so I wanted to show you. And let's go ahead and run through them. The thing to note is that they're all synthetic brushes because Pirouette is a very, very animal-friendly, eco-friendly, conscious site. And if you go to the website, you'll notice that they donate to WSPA, which is the World Society for the Protection of America. So $1 from each sale goes to that, to end animal cruelty. So that's really great. So all these are synthetic, and I think that's what a lot of companies are moving towards. Let's go ahead and start. First off, you get the brushes are black and they're matte, and they have black ferrule and handle. And so I think they're nice looking. They're sleek. This one is a number 1 fan brush. So this is actually a very nice fan brush. It's since it's synthetic, it's pretty soft. As I'm playing with it now, though, a few bristles are coming out. Generally, with most synthetic brushes that I have, they don't really shed that much, which is a good thing. But this one, I've used a couple times and it's shedding as we speak. So I've washed them probably twice already. So that kind of concerns me a little bit, because as I continue to pull, more and more bristles are coming out. I think I've pulled out about 5 so far. So that's something that I would probably not like, because you know when your brush is shedding, especially after a couple washes. So hopefully that stops. But fan brushes are great for application of powder, blush, highlight. It's probably medium density, not super dense, but not flimsy. Let's see, we have your powder brush, and this is the number 2. It's very dense and full. I was surprised that it's not as soft as I was hoping. Like, if you feel the texture of the bristles, it's like they feel kind of rough when you go up like this. Kind of could be softer, and I've had synthetic powder brushes which are softer. But the top is very soft, like where you would apply the powder. It's just like the base is pretty rough. So I don't know what that's about, but it works well. You know, it's really soft on the tip, which is what it touches your face anyways. I didn't really have problems with this shedding. I had no problems with any of the brushes. Then you get, let's see, you get a blush brush, and then you get an angle brush. So the blush brush is pretty small. I like smaller blush brushes personally, because I feel like it gives me more control. It's pretty average. It's kind of got the same feel to the powder brush, a little bit rougher here and then soft at the top. This is the number 4. And then you have the number 3, which is like the angled brush. So this is, again, this one has a little bit of hairs poking out that shouldn't be. So That kind of worries me a little bit because it makes me think that the bristle craftsmanship is a little off. But I would use this as a blush brush. I actually use it more than this one just because the angle fits better to do like a diagonal blush, which is what I typically do. I don't really think that you need both of these. A lot of times companies try to put an angle brush as a contour brush, I guess, but they're never dense or small enough to be a contour brush. Like, this is too fluffy. So I feel like if this one was a little bit more smaller and dense, it would be more practical. And I think a lot of times companies, they just kind of go with the typical set and they don't really think about the use. So like, they're all okay and they work fine, but if it was up to me, I would make this more of a contour brush or make this more of a contour brush. Like, but either way, it's like these two are like the same to me. So yeah. You get your typical foundation brush, number 05. No complaints, it's very typical foundation brush. It's pretty like standard run-of-the-mill. Then we get, this is, I don't know if this is a phase brush or an eye brush, but I thought it was pretty interesting. It's a number 6. So as you can see, it's a really big, fluffy taper brush, and you would think it was an eye brush, but it's actually really big. It wouldn't work on my eyes. The only thing I would use it for would be to apply one base color shadow. But I thought it was kind of cool because I started using it like under my eyes to set concealer or to help blend or to do a really, really like a crazy contour. But that's kind of a cool brush. I think I would have preferred a regular contour brush over this one, but I do find myself using this like as one of the most I use in the set. So that's that one. Okay, so the rest of them are pretty much all eye brushes. And they're all more of like this Taklon synthetic finish, like this brown color. And I'm going to run through them all with you. Now, honestly, there's like a whole bunch of them. I feel like a lot of them are kind of repeats, and I wish that there was more diversity in the eye brush set. Here's the number 9. So this is a flat liner brush. I feel like, as you can see, it looks like a concealer Taklon material. I feel like it could be a little bit more thin, but it works okay. I just prefer my liner brushes to be really thin and tapered. So push some liner into the crease. They also have this brush right here, which you could use for liner. It's the number 14. It's an typical angle brush. I do like it though because it's got a nice amount of density. I probably wouldn't use it for eyeliner now that I think about it, because if you look, it's not that thin, and that would make your line kind of thick. So I wouldn't really use that for eyeliner. I would actually use this for brows, and I used it on my brows today. And it's good because it doesn't matter if it's super thin on your brows, but it gave me a nice density, really firm. So I could really get in my eyebrows. So I actually really like this brush. This one, I don't know about that one. I feel like it's too big for eyeliner. What would work better for eyeliner, because they gave you a third option, is a number 16. It's a really thin, like the typical liner brush. Really good for gel liner, and it works pretty good. It's very thin, and I like that. So out of the 3, I like that one the best. I like this one for brows. I don't really use this one. Then they give you a lip brush, like a typical lip brush, with a cap. And the cap doesn't really stick, unfortunately. It kind of sticks, and sometimes it comes out easily, but it holds okay. Okay, so you get the typical lip brush, and I like how it's a little bit thinner and pointed, so it works fine. Then they give you this brush, which is kind of confusing because it looks just like the lip brush, right? So same shape, except it doesn't have a cap. So I don't know if they were trying to give you 2 lip brushes, or if this is supposed to be a concealer brush. It has this one piece of hair sticking out, which needs to be trimmed, but I don't know, I feel like that was not necessary, because they look exactly the same almost. So I would have preferred actually like a tapered blending brush over a repeat. So, and then again, you get another brush. This is a 12, which is pretty much the same thing. See? So this one right here, I don't know if this is supposed to be a lip brush again or a concealer brush or what, but you got 3 that look nearly identical for their purpose. So I don't know why they did that. I don't really know. Okay, so then you get these brushes, which are all pretty much the same except for a variation in size. And it's the number 7, 8, 10, and 11. So they're all flat shader brushes. So you can see them right here. And again, it's like weird because there's like repeats of the same exact brushes. And it's okay, like, you know, if you really love this kind of brush that works, but I would prefer a brush set that has a variety of different brushes. So like these two, the number 7 and 8, look nearly identical again. And I would have preferred a different, like an obvious variation in size because, you know, like it's the same. And then you have these two brushes, which are the number 10 and 11, and they're nearly identical. So, I mean, if that was their purpose, to give you like multiples of similar brushes, okay, they meant that, but I just don't like that for a set. So, I mean, it works for me because it did work for me, and when I was doing like multiple eye looks, I could just kind of switch between the brushes. But I know, as far as the actual brush though, they all work fine. They're really dense, so you could use them for concealer or powder. I actually use them for packing on shadow. So they work, it's just like, I just don't understand the logic in having multiple brushes. And the last brush, which I actually really liked, it's the number 13, and it's like a pointed, like it's like a pencil brush, but it's not like the typical pencil brush, which is pointy. It's almost like a really small crease brush. So I actually found that nice. I like the size of it. Really, it's great for small eyes. It didn't blend as well as I was hoping, but it was really good at placing like a dark color, and I used it to get into the dark areas of my eyes today. So I actually really like this brush. I don't know why it didn't blend as well as I would like it, but I like it. I like that brush. I think out of the whole set, my favorite brushes were the two blendy brushes, which a lot of makeup brush companies don't give you these as much anymore. Like standard brush sets. So I like these two brushes the best out of the whole set. And yeah, so that's my honest review. I think overall it's an okay brush set. The brushes perform fine. My only con would be that some of them shed and they're not as soft as I would wish, and there was repeat brushes in the set. But like the craftsmanship is pretty good. They look nice. It has a nice brush roll. So yeah, it's your decision whether or not you want to try them out. I think some of them are, like, I really like two of the brushes in the set. They're all vegan and animal friendly, which is huge. So that's another thing if you want to look for a brush set like that. I will definitely use the brushes, believe me. So that's my review. I'm also going to give away this right here. So I'll be mailing this to the winner. I'll just open it for you guys, but I'm not going to try to like mess it up. So this is a 10-piece set. It's like a smaller version of mine. So you get the brush roll, and it's like the same. It's almost like the same one that I have, but a little different. The difference is that you get one of the eyebrow brushes, and then you get a pointy, like I guess it's a pointy liner brush. Then you get the same angle brush. My two favorite brushes, which are the contour brushes, a small and a big flat shader brush. Then you get the foundation brush, the blush brush, and the powder brush. So actually this set makes more sense to me because you don't have repeats, and it comes in the brush roll, and it's actually would be a really good travel set because it's little. So I will be mailing that to a winner. All you have to do is go to my blog, makeupbyrunrun.com. Make sure to follow my blog, and then leave a blog comment on this post telling me why you'd like to win, and then I'll pick a winner at random and announce on my blog and on Facebook, and I will mail it out to you, and it's international. So thank you to Pirouette Professional. You can find their website information in the description box, and I'll put it on my blog. Thank you for sponsoring these brushes. I hope you appreciated my honest review. I definitely think they're good brushes. They have their pros and their cons, as you guys heard. Make sure to check out makeupbyrunrun.com for a full post with pictures, a detailed written review, as well as the contact, rules and all that stuff. So have a great night. Ciao, fellas.